motherfuckers. Here I am. Yeah. Told y'all I'm coming, let's say.
Good. Cool. So, Becoming a Beast podcast, Jeff Lopes here. You already know what it is. Don't know what episode this is, but we are in the 20s, headed towards the 30s. We're in season 3. I'll say season 3 of the podcast. Shout out to all my lawyer subscribers. Shout out to the YouTube fam. Shout out to the Instagram fam. Shout out to the whole fam. So we got a special type of podcast going down today. This is a whole nother podcast. Yes, a whole nother podcast. Meaning, most of the things I talked about and said, well, that's a whole nother podcast I'm going to talk about today. Namely, the Lamborghini story, the infamous Lamborghini story, which you've all been waiting for. Let's take a toke to that. Hold on a second. Got a cigar going right here. Cigar smoking is very, very interesting because it's not actually smoking. There's no inhalation involved. You don't inhale at all, actually. And there's something very therapeutic about this. This lowered my blood pressure because I live a very stressful life. There's a lot of stress that happens in my life. Namely, one of this story right here. This story right here, the Lamborghini story. That's a whole nother podcast. I would say, remember my Lamborghini got stolen, but that's a whole nother podcast. So now, welcome to a whole nother podcast. Becoming a Beast. Because you are on your way to becoming a beast. You're going to be a beast, right? So, let's have a talk. It's my fireplace. It's imported. All the stone you see, it's imported. I am puffing a White Series Monte Cristo. Shout out to the Monte Cristo. So listen up. Sometimes when you're manifesting, it takes time. Every time it takes time. So I told you before, it is a gestationary and a germination period for everything, meaning it takes a long time to do things, for things to grow. You can't rush the growth of a plant. The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. It's not even the day you get the tree, let alone the fruit. The fruit comes at the end. The fruit is what happens when the plant is fully grown and fully matured, and then boom, you get fruit at the end, right? So sometimes people rush their process of fruit. That's what I did. And that's why I wanted to make this a special podcast and, leave it for a whole nother podcast, because you can't rush your fruit. If you do rush your fruit, or if you rush anything that takes time to grow, let's say a child, if you rush a child, if you plant a seed of a child in a woman's womb, and you take this child out in 2 months of it growing, it will not survive. So that's the same thing with your manifestation. It will not survive in your world, in the divine, in the Most High, in your subconscious mind, the infinite intelligence, whatever you want to call it, the universe. It wants you to maintain this manifestation for a long period of time. It wants you to have and to hold this. It wants it for you, just as bad as you want it. And also, everything that you desire is desiring you right back. So once you get on that frequency of your desire, and you stay on that and vibrate it there, you will get it. You will attain it. But you have to understand you are getting readied. You're getting prepared for this manifestation, right? And you start attracting like thoughts and like events and all that good stuff. Great. But God, the Most High, infinite intelligence, the universe, again, whatever you want to call it, whatever makes you feel the best, whatever helps you sleep at night, you want to call this divine source of energy, your source, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, is interchangeable. Just like a person can have many nicknames, whatever you want to call this, we're not going to get into controversy about that, right? So, this wants you to hold this manifestation and keep it for a long period of time. But it is preparing you, it is readying you to have and hold this, right? He who desires the rose must respect the thorn. So you have to make yourself into someone who can hold a rose with a thorn on it if you want the rose, right? So meaning it's in the journey, it's in the process of you becoming and being this thing that is readying you to have it and hold it for elongated periods of time, namely forever. You want to be able to maintain this thing, right? So what did I want? Lamborghini. I wanted a Lamborghini Hurricane. 580, 600 horses. I wanted it, right? Nickname, Lambo Lopes, your boy. So I have my businesses. I'm working. I'm acting. I'm doing everything, right? And I just get this itch. It's like, man, I think I'm successful enough to own a Lamborghini, right? So I ended up renting a car from a guy, and I forgot what it was. It was something like some type of BMW or something like that. I rented a car from the guy, and I was like, "Hey man, you do this often?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I got like a whole fleet." I'm like, what else you got?" He's like, "Well, I got this, I got that, I got Lamborghinis." You got a Lamborghini? Yeah, you want to see it? It's like, yeah. We go up to his and I'm not saying any names. We go up to his garage, and he has this beautiful Lambo sitting there, drop top, and I'm like, "Dang, bro." He's like, "You want to take it?" Yeah, I want to take it. So I took it, and I got he gave me a discount for that day, and I just paid him cash to take it. I didn't even book it, officially. So because I booked with him before, and yeah, so I rented it. But mind you, I'm already established. Like I have a home on the Woodland Hills, Calabasas, borderline. I've made $1 million. Like my company is in Saks Fifth. I'm successful, right? I'm already a success. I'm on television. So he lets me take this Lambo, and I've never had one for that long, right? I rented one before in Vegas for Vegas has something. You can rent a Lambo in Vegas for like 20 minutes. I wouldn't advise it, but whatever. It is what it is. We all do some stuff that we're ashamed of. Whatever. But the story gets better. Trust me, it gets way better. Listen. So I take this Lambo. I mean, I'm getting people's business cards. You got the ladies looking at you. Everybody just talking to you, and you're just overflowing with an abundance of success, right? So then I take it back, and it was just exhilarating. Everything was just flowing, and I'm just like, I was vibrating so high. I'm like, how much did you pay for this? Like, what is the process? I feel like I can afford this now. Like, whatever. I was like, I feel like I can buy this without disturbing any of my homeostasis, my financial homeostasis, right? So he's like, oh, I'll put down 40. I was like, I got $40,000. Like, you put down 40, how much is it per month? 3,000? So you mean to tell me you put down $40,000 on this and you pay 3,000 a month? What's the insurance? It's got to be a gimmick. Well, I have a bunch of cars, so the insurance is cheaper. Like what? $600. It's like, so we're like $3,600 a month, $40,000. I was like, I can do that. Like, without messing up anything. I can do that. I can do that. So I was like, take me to the place. We go to the place. Guess what's there? A Lamborghini. With your boy's name on it. We're looking at it. Everything's cool. And I'm like, running my numbers and stuff like that. And our credit score wasn't the best. So they're like, oh, you have to put down, you basically got to buy the whole $250,000 car with your credit, Mr. Okay. So what does that tell you? What is the universe telling you there? You're not ready. Just wait. You're making money. You are manifesting things. You're getting things you want. Hey, maybe you are manifesting this. You're on the pathway of this, but just today, you're not ready, which is fine. So I got the itch, and I'm just like, man, I really want to grab this. And he goes, oh, maybe you can just put it under my business name, and then sometimes you can rent it out. Like, you travel a lot when you go out of town for acting or whatever. I rent it out under my company, and we just split the rent money. Like, whatever, because Lamborghinis, at that point, they're going for like $1,200 a day, sometimes like $1,600 a day. I was like, so I can make money when I'm gone, put down the same amount as this guy, and this is great. This is amazing. This is the best thing I've heard of in my life. Guess what? If it's too good to be true, it is. If it's too good to be true, it is. Wait your turn. You wait your turn. Understand you're being prepared. You're being ready for your blessing. You may not be ready yet. Let this be a testament of everybody who wants to manifest things quick. I got blessed with patience through experience. So what I'm trying to do is you can live vicariously through me so you don't have to experience some shit like this. So we go to the dealer. Mind you, the guy has a fleet of cars. And I thought he was a trustworthy guy because this dude was a medical professional. A doctor. He helped people out, right? So, again, we don't say any names. We need to say any names. Because, again, if I saw this dude today, you know what I would do to him? If I saw him today, I would thank him. I would shake his hand profusely. I would tip him for this seed of experience that I experienced. That, again, my kids won't have to go through. that you watching this won't have to go through, because guess what? We're on a whole nother podcast. Anyway, and there's no malice. To gain experience from, a thorn is it lasts a lifetime. It lasts a lifetime. Anyway, so trusted this guy. Again, don't trust anybody. Question everything, right? He adds it to the fleet. Long story short, again, my credit's not the best. Had to put down more money. So I put down 80 grand. I got $80,000 out of my bank account cash, handed it to this man, and he took that to the dealership, put it down in the car, wrote it under his rental car LLC. So I'm just like, oh, this is great. Then again, I seen the note, everything. I'm there as this purchase is happening. And then I'm literally looking at the paperwork like, you see the picture, show the picture, boom, right? So then it's under his rental car LLC. The payments are like $3,600 a month, and then the insurance is like $600. So it's like roughly $4,000 a month. $80,000 down, $4,000 a month. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just telling you what it is, what the purchase of a Lamborghini looks like. If you don't purchase it outright, which no one does, no one just wires over the money, unless it's like a classic car or collector's item. No one just wires over all the money right then and there. Some people lease. Lease, you got to turn it back. You can't get a certain amount of miles on it. I did not have a lease. And it's funny, people were still arguing about, because I picked my son up in that viral video at the airport. I picked him up and I just had got it, and you can see there's temporary tags flailing in the wind on this Ferrari, on this Lamborghini. I said Ferrari, that's a slip. I'll tell you about that later. I'll tell you about that in a second. So then, your boy has a Lambo. Oh, happy day, right? You post the Instagram picture. Hey guys, just got the Lambo. Get motivated. Your boy. I did it, right? What do? Then we drive to Vegas in it so I can stunt on you subtly, because if a car's on a lease, you have to stay under a certain amount of miles. You have to. You like that kind of car, you can't, like average person puts about 10,000 miles on their car per year. You cannot do that with a Lamborghini. I think the lease is like, I don't know what the lease is, because I never leased a car. I never had good enough credit to lease a car. I always had to do it the hard way. I drive to Vegas. So if you read between the lines, you're like, oh, he ain't leasing that. He whipped it to Vegas. Nah, that dude drove 6 hours. Nah, that ain't no lease. He put some miles on that. He's living like that, right? That's subtle flex, right? Boom. Get to Vegas, having a great time. Month one, guess what? Payment comes. Boom. Make the payment. Boom. Pay the insurance. Boom. Living the Lamborghini lifestyle. Your boy, Lamborghini owner. Yeah, going all throughout LA. Everything's great, right? Business is up. Everything's up, right? Lambo mode. Lambo loads is in full effect, and it ain't a rental. Finally. And at that point, I was so sentimentally connected to it that I didn't want to rent it. I wasn't really traveling that much at the time. I was doing all my acting like right there in LA. I didn't really have to travel. So then, this guy that I guess I'm in business with now. Business is war, by the way. I'm in business with him now. So, we obviously didn't run out the Lamborghini or anything like that. So we sit down for coffee. And he goes, hey, because I signed that car over to my rental car company, I want a percentage of your company to become nutrition. I don't know who you're talking to, because you ain't talking to me. You want a percentage of my company because we added a vehicle to your fleet of rental cars that I'm paying for outright. How does that work? Doesn't. So I said, well, that's not going to happen. I was like, what percentage were you thinking about? Oh, I don't know, maybe like 10%. So you want 10% of a multi-million-dollar company because you added a car to your fleet that can be rented out, that you can list it if you want. But I was like, you can buy this. I didn't have it for sale, but I'll extend the sale to you. So get my accountant to write up the figure and say, hey, well, how much would 10% of this company be? Oh, it'll be this. Boom. That's what 10% of the company would be. Would you like to purchase that? No, I just want to have it. Okay. That's not one of the options. So if you want to purchase it, it's there. If you don't, you don't. He's like, okay, I won't purchase it. I was like, great. It's like, we can make money a different way, or, renting this thing out. And then I start training the guy. I'm training him. Right? The next thing you know, month 2 comes. Boom, Lamborghini life, $4,000. Boom. Living a Lambo. Like, man, I could afford a Lamborghini. Feeling great about myself, right? Wrong. Month 3 comes. Travel. And mind you, he asked for a key. Hey, in the unlikely event of that car getting rented out, make sure I get a key. So, when you leave, I can, where this is going. In the unlikely event that, you leave and I don't got the key and whatever, we ain't here at the same time, I just need the extra key. Great. I go to Chicago. I have somebody watching my home, I have somebody house sitting. I never leave a place of my residence, any of my properties, without someone in there. He's watching my dogs and stuff, and obviously watching the home and his home safety and all that good stuff. Get a call, the wee hours of the morning. He said, bro, your Lambo's gone. I said, what are you talking about? It was like he spoke another language to me. So what are you talking about? It's like, it's not here. Check my cameras. Gone. Gone. Poof. Someone covered up one of the cameras, a motion sensor. Somebody covered up a camera. You see you hear the crickets. You see a Lambo. Next slide, Lambo's gone. It looks like a Houdini trick, right? Now you see me, now you know. Where's my car? Dude, where's my car? Literally, I'm living that. So I call him. I go, yo, somebody stole the Lamborghini. Yo, we gotta call the cops. He's like, I got it. I was like, oh, somebody rented it? He's like, no. Took it. For what? You wanted to drive it when I was gone? Why didn't you ask me? No. It's mine. Excuse me? I put down all the money on this? You talking about it's yours and you took it out of my driveway? Are you crazy? What? He's like, we're arguing, obviously. We're having some choice words that I won't repeat. We don't need to talk about negativity. I asked him to have it back in my driveway when I get back to Los Angeles. He says, come get it. In a sarcastic tone. Mind you, we both got keys. So I get back to LA, and where's my car? Right in front of his condo. Right in front. Backed in. You know what that's saying? Take me. Guess what? That vehicle is in the name of his business. I am not on that business, so if I take it, he reports it stolen, they see it at my house. Guess who goes to jail for a car theft? Your boy. Aren't we in a conundrum now? Trust. Question everything. That's the whole premise of this whole thing. But the story gets better. Yes, I was young, I lived and I learned, whatever. Okay, cool. Lowe's gets his car taken, so after 80 grand down, roughly $4,000 a month payments, we're in a whole 100 grand. He lost 100 grand, right? So I'm calling him, well, what do you want me to do? He's like, you could buy it. You could buy it from me. Like, buy it outright. I'm like, bro, you want me to pay cash for this car that I based, like, what are you talking about? Why would you flip on me like this? There's no remorse in this dude, bro. He didn't care. He didn't care about anything. This car is sentimental, my baby, my manifestation, my goal, on my vision board. When you're a kid and you play with toy Lamborghinis, I had a toy Lamborghini for the past 10 years, a little yellow one. And when I, in the worldly sense, physical sense, pumped that toy Lamborghini into a physical manifestation, it was like, oh, happy day. Got comfortable, trusted somebody I shouldn't have. Again, the spirit, the universe, God already told me, hey, you're not ready yet. Hey, I want to buy this, run my numbers alone. You're not ready yet. So stay back, work a little bit more, right? Why rush it? Why be in a rush for a tree to go? Why be in a rush for fruit to come out of a seed that you just planted? Doesn't make any sense, right? So, and I work fast. I work really fast, and as you can tell, I'm impatient. And I paid for that with this story right here. So about a week goes by. After the week goes by, I call him up. I say, yo, I got the cash for you, bro. Whatever's owed on the car, I'm gonna buy it outright and buy my car. Boom, let's do it. He goes, I sold it already. What do you mean you sold it? What do you mean you sold my car? Bro. Whoo, we get to breathe now. You know why? Because we're in a better place. We're in a better space. Fireplace, marble. We're in a better place. But the story gets better. So, I took that seed of experience, kicked my hustle into high gear, and I got another car. Through hard work, dedication, my own money, my own name in my own name, get all your shit in your own name, right? We all make mistakes. Sometimes your mistake can cost you $100,000. So what I'm trying to get you to do is to prevent you from doing something like that, right? And again, don't jump the gun on your manifestation. Make yourself whole. Realize you're getting prepared. Realize the journey that you're on of preparation for your preparedness to maintain this manifestation. Why would you just want to hold it real quick? Like, that was the equivalent of a one-hit wonder. You had a Lambo for 4 months. And it got taken from you not on your terms. Come on now. But here's the thing. It's all about the self-talk. It's all about the mindset. You got to bulletproof it. So now, you're not going to give up. You're not going to talk shit to yourself. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. No. I have a seed of experience now. Let's let that grow into a plant, right? Boom, let's eat the fruit off of that experience. Because here's the thing. Everyone is successful. Everyone is successful. Who is capable? Who's capable? So if you are capable of, getting off your ass, making it happen, articulating, learning, if you have potential, meaning you don't have any physical ailments that stop you from learning, you don't have any cognitive ailments that stop you from learning or progressing, you're on the same playing field as everyone. You just don't start at the same level. But you can achieve and attain at a high level no matter where you start from, right? So you got to understand when you're getting ready and prepared for that. And when you're on that path, and you have to constantly take steps forward, constantly take steps towards the goal, never away, right? And you can't get complacent. So, put my hustle into high gear. Long story short, my birthday rolls around a year later. Grabbed a house, 30 acres. We're winning now. In a Ferrari, 458. We're winning now. Put the hustle into high gear. You owe your potential. You owe yourself to live up to your potential and past it and beyond. So what do? You lose $100,000, and guess what? Instagram, social media, whatever. Like, I have a clothing company. You can't make a T-shirt that says, "I lost $100,000 and I'm upset today. Buy me a coffee." It doesn't work like that. Most of your L's you take in silence, most of them, or within your close-knit circle, of people you love and trust. But it almost doesn't matter in the sense of like the world keeps going, right? So now what are you gonna do with that experience now that you have? So in essence, for $100,000, I bought a seed of experience, right? That I get to share, that no one can take that away from me. That's something you can't take away from me. You can't G me on that. You can't scam me on that. You can't pet and crime me on that, right? So boom, fast forward, house, acreage, Ferrari for my birthday. Gift from Jeff to Jeff. But that's not it. The Ferrari, not a lease. No lease. No lease. Not a lease. And people are still under that Lamborghini post that went viral with my son. Oh, it's a rental. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. I'll let y'all fight. And a Newsweek article got written about the Lamborghini that I was in. And I'm like, y'all don't even know this. Y'all don't even know the real story about that damn car. Like, y'all don't even know the headache that damn car cost me and how ignorant of a situation I got in behind that damn car. But it was not a rental. So, fast forward, Ferrari, 458, gorgeous 458, loud, naturally aspirated 458, amazing sounding pipes, whipping that thing through the country, just letting it go. And I never went over 100. I'm not a speed demon. I like loud engines and I like the power behind it. I'm a 0 to 60 type of guy. You're not gonna catch me doing 150 and all this like crazy stuff. It goes 220. I'll never be anywhere near that. I just don't care. I'm also not reckless, and again, I just like engine sounds and performance and the craftsmanship of a certain brand of vehicle, supercars. I really like supercars. I have appreciation for them. I'm a fan of them. Ferrari 458, brown interior, white body, black top, black rims. Sexy, sexual vehicle, sexy ass vehicle. Also known as the SAV. There's SUVs and there's SAVs. Sexy ass vehicle. What are you driving? So, we get renewed for another season of the TV show that I'm on because it's doing well. Shout out to everybody on Double Cross. Much love. Shout out to anybody that I've ever acted with, all the acting fam. Much love. Shout out to everybody. It takes a whole team effort to create a good project, and there's a bunch of projects that are coming out. Just be on the lookout. They call me. Hey, we're renewed. Hey, here's your contract, and then you get allotted certain things for, you know, eating food, grabbing a hotel room, and a rental car. And the budget for the rental car just happened to be exactly what it would cost to ship my Ferrari to LA. So what did I do? I shipped the Ferrari. I said I'd rather drive my own car. Just got it. So I shipped my own Ferrari. After this Lamborghini lost, this Lamborghini L, I shipped my Ferrari to LA, met it there, literally met it there, got it off of the truck, and I'm whipping my own Ferrari around LA, right? The first place I went to was his house. I didn't want to see him. I wasn't checking for him. I didn't call him. Again, I haven't talked to this man in a year and a half. But I parked it right in the front. Or I'd say I positioned it. Yeah, I positioned it right in front. Real just like sloppy, right? I just backed up. I took a nice photo of it. Boom. For myself. For that seed of experience, to show myself how anti-fragile I am, because there's the fragile that break when challenges occur. There's the resilient that when they break, they come back the same strength. Then there's the anti-fragile that when they break, they come back stronger. That's what I am. That's what I want you to be. So don't let any of your challenges, your trials and tribulations, they're healthy. Not saying go and look for ignorant things to get into and people to scam you out of rental cars and you to lose $100 on the Lambo. That is a whole nother podcast that now the story's out. But use your challenges to strengthen you. That is resistance. And when you push back harder against resistance, you will get stronger. That is the whole idea around progressive overload of working out, resistance training. It is resistance training. You put in resistance against your muscles to grow them, and you progressively overload the muscle to make it stronger, shape better, to make that muscle anti-fragile, right? So the old things that you used to lift are now become light. Basically, when you're anti-fragile, your challenges are going to strengthen you. The story is, question everything. The same day you plant the seed is not the same day you get the fruit. You and your manifestations, you're getting prepared. You're getting ready for whatever you ask for. And like I said, everyone's successful. You can be successfully unsuccessful. You could be in a constant state of regression. That is success because you are doing everything habitually to keep yourself at this level or to keep falling down. Your habits are going to place you. You're the sum total of your own thoughts. You might be having bad thought after bad thought after bad thought. So what does that equal? Bad life, bad habits, disease, sickness. When it rains, it pours. It can rain diamonds. It can rain cash. It can rain acid. It just said when it rains. Okay? So you can be, like I said, you could be successfully unsuccessful or you could be successfully successful. So you have to pick which direction of success are you going to travel in. Right? But I'll tell you what. Shipping a Ferrari to LA and parking it on his property and just sneaking out for a photo and then going back. The feeling was amazing. It's an amazing feeling. And again, it shows me, myself, how strong I am. And how I fought against that adversity. And how I still have that key to the Lamborghini. As a reminder. And even when I get the next Lamborghini, that probably has to be yours because we're getting baby seats in them, right? But I'll keep this key as a reminder, as a testament, as a scar. Obviously, the bank account will cover, bank account straight. But this was a whole nother podcast. Much love, Jeff Lowe's. All my links are below, whether this is a YouTube video or whether you listen to it on Spotify, whether you listen to it on Spotify for Podcasters, Google Podcasts, Facebook Podcasts, whatever, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform you're on. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the subscriptions, my subscriber gang. If you subscribe, you have to go listen to it on Spotify because that's where the unlocking happens. $4.99 a month. You can't get a coffee for $4.99 a month. Or, excuse me, the money that you spend on your coffee, you can't get this much value. You can't get this much value for you're not going to get as much value as you get from the podcast from buying a coffee. That's what I'm trying to get at. Okay. And grab the Becoming the Beast handbook, written by your boy. This is all pain, man. Pain, motivation, mindset. Your boy. Holla at me. Expect more from me on YouTube. Expect more from me in acting. Expect more from me training. Expect more from me modeling. Everything. I'm in all the modes. No beast mode. Just be a beast in everything you do. Your boy.